Everyone, it's Juno with Detour Shirts. In this video, we're going to talk all things TeePublic. I'm going to help you take your shop from an apprentice shop to an artisan shop and show you the things that I think that TeePublic is looking for. Now, this is an unofficial artisan upgrade, but I think these are the things that they're looking for. We're going to go into TeePublic first and kind of do some research, and then I'm going to show you a profile that one of my followers is doing, and I'm gonna go kind of do a shop review and also kind of upscale one of his designs from something that an apprentice designer would do to an artisan designer would do. And I think it can really help show you the difference and what they're looking for so that you can upscale or go up a category in TeePublic and help you get more sales this year in 2024. So let's get to TeePublic right now, and I'll show you some of the things that I've found. All right, so here we are on TeePublic. They made a few changes recently in the last few months. You notice it looks a little bit different, and we're going to talk about some of these things. But the most important update that they made last year in 2023 is the categories between apprentice and artisan. So I'm going to show you where you find that. If you're logged in, you can find it by going to your account right here. Click on that. It's going to open up this sidebar right here, and you're going to see that. Go down to My Earnings right here, and then right at the top, the account category, this is going to show you what category you are. You can see I'm an artisan. There's only two, so you're either artisan or apprentice, and you can get more info about it right here. Now, I'm not going to read this word for word. I'm actually going to go through it really quickly, but then show you what it means. So first, artisan account, basically you want to design like an artist, right? And then apprentice account means that you're not designing like an artist, you're actually learning and an apprentice, right? So here's some examples. If we click here, this is what they're saying an apprentice account may look like. So you can see they're reusing the same kind of graphic. They're kind of doing scaled designs. They're doing the same kinds of designs over and over and over again. And TeePublic has said openly they do not like this. Don't do this. This works on Amazon and other places, but they don't want you to do this on TeePublic because it looks like you're spamming. You're just trying to push thousands of designs and really bad designs all at once in hope that you're going to get a design, and that's not what TeePublic wants. All right, so I made this unofficial artisan guide. Again, this is not from TeePublic, but I made this from what we learned from the artisan and apprentice accounts that TeePublic told us about, and I wanted to make this super simple, so I made some bullet points, and you can find this on my downloads page, on my Detours downloads page. So very quickly, artisan accounts, we want to use original and unique designs, we want to stand out from others, we want to fit the customer's interests, we want to make sure that our designs match TeePublic's market, the audience. No scale designs, stay away from those, stay away from automated designs, and don't use reuse art everybody else is using. The same clip art, the same everything. You want to make sure that yours is different. Change up the clip art if you're using clip art. Draw if you can draw and make your own stuff. That's what TeePublic is looking for. It's looking for things that are designed by an artist. All right, back on TeePublic's homepage now. I said we're going to go over some of the changes here, and you look and you see these icons here, and it's telling you what kinds of topics that TeePublic is actually looking for, what kind of topics are very popular on TeePublic, and that is funny, music, anime, movies, television, sports, sci-fi, and 80s. So think about those things when you're designing. It doesn't always have to be those, but these are the most popular things that they're pushing from their homepage, as well as their top products. So you can see t-shirt is one of their top products, hoodies, tank tops, apparel. You can see on here the homepage, t-shirt, 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 right? And stickers is on here too, but it's like number 4, so you can see most of the things are t-shirts and hoodies and apparel, right? Next thing you're going to see here is they're always going to be a featured designer, and you can look at their store as an example of what an artisan store looks like, an artisan artwork looks like. I'm not going to click there, but it's always going to be different. They always have the best sellers up here too. These will change, but you can see art, very cool artwork, right? And even if it's not just artwork, they're thinking like an artist, using the text in a nice way. You can see this is funny. It's not just words on a shirt, and if it is just words on a shirt, they're done in layout really nice, or they're hand-drawn words or things like that, right? So very thought out designs. We're gonna also see some other things here, and on artist spotlight, so you can see These is another artisan account on just very nice artwork, right? This person has their own style and just has some nice artwork. Artisan, remember, think like an artist. Artisan, that's what we're looking for here. And so on. Art editor's picks, again, look how nice these are designed. So this is what TeePublic is showing us that they want us as sellers to create nice artwork. Now, don't go and copy this, but this is the kind of quality that they're looking for. This is the kind of styles they're looking for, and so on. So they're not looking for scaled designs. They're not looking for very simple designs. They're looking for well thought out designs. We saw this one on the top too. So another artisan account. Now, another thing you can go and look at as the tag category. We looked at that before, but if you click on here, these are some of the top things that are trending right now on TeePublic. So you can go in here if you don't know what to create for TeePublic. These are the topics. You're going to have to come up with your style and things like that. So I made another thing for you here. So this is just another guide, another helpful guide that I made. Now, again, unofficial TeePublic artisan guide, but take a look at these things. I wrote their mission statement, which I forgot to say at the top, but it's on their homepage, and it says original pop culture t-shirts, posters, merch, and more. So original, right at the beginning, pop culture is something that they like to promote, and t-shirts, right? Again, major topics, which we shown on the top, major products, which we showed on the top, and you can study the homepage by looking at featured designers, bestsellers, artist spotlights, editors' picks, and tags, and so on. So a lot of good things that you can see just from the homepage for TeePublic. Now, another thing, another guide that I'm going to help you with is this one here. That's kind of a checklist to see if you're on track on being an artisan designer, being a good seller or designer on TeePublic. So these are some of the things that you should do as an artisan, or if you want to be an artisan, to do these on a checklist. So I'm going to go over them real quick here, and that is, don't do scale designs. We talked about that. Think about, does your design match the product? Does it look like a t-shirt design? I've talked about that before. It shouldn't just be words thrown on a shirt randomly, or graphic thrown on a shirt randomly. It should actually match, look like a t-shirt design if it's a t-shirt, and look like a sticker design if it's a sticker, and so on. The next one, does it stand out? And what makes it stand out, right? We saw a lot of those on the homepage. They stand out really well. They all have some kind of unique thing that makes it stand out. Next thing you should check, and this, you can use tags for this, is there an audience for it, right? You don't want to just put something random on a t-shirt and nobody actually wants it. So you have to actually do your research on TeePublic and find out, is it following the tags? Is it following some of those popular things that TeePublic is selling? And just going down these few right here, does it have good, unique artwork? Is it funny or entertaining? Is it better than the competition? Now, we're going to use this checklist, and I'm going to go to an account on TeePublic, an account that is an apprentice account, and show you some of the things, some of the steps I would do to kind of help this become an artisan account. So let's get to TeePublic one more time and look at this account. All right. Back on TeePublic, and I'm looking at Bonju. Hopefully I'm saying it right. This is one of my followers who graciously let me use one of his account, and you can see he just started, has 105 designs. So I thought I'd use this as an example of what to do and what not to do. You can see he's starting to create designs that actually looks like t-shirts, really good. So I'm gonna start going back to his very beginning on page 3, and we're gonna look at some of the mistakes he made in the beginning. So you can see he's doing some of these scaled designs, right? Again, same. They don't want to just pick one, right? Here again, same. This one, it's just a handwritten thing. So you got to really think about designing like an artist. And this isn't really designing like an artist, right? But he was practicing. So you can see using the same graphic over and over again, they don't want to do that. So I'm going to show you. Again, we're just going to scroll through some of these. This is his account. You can kind of see some of the things that he's made wrong here, as well as page 1 right here. So I'm going to go through it. I'm not going to go one by one, but I've taken out some of these things, and we can go through the checklist that I made and kind of show you what I mean, and how we can come in here and fix this account. And if you have an account like this, you can look for some of these things too that we're going to do to try and make this account even better and hopefully get into the artisan category instead of being in the apprentice category. All right, so here's some things that we can do to help his account get a little better. So first on the checklist, don't do scaled accounts. So if you see something that's the same, get rid of it. So these two are exactly the same. I would just pick the one that works on the dark shirt. You can put the one that works on the light shirt after this kind of gets some sales, but I wouldn't do it right away. If you know this is selling, then maybe do this one. But doing it over and over and over again, it starts to look very spammy. So you can see he did it here as well as here. So you can see same thing, same thing, same thing. We're just using the same artwork and kind of doing the same one. So I would, you know, not do any of these. Maybe just pick one of them, right? But not do all of these, because it looks, again, if you're looking at this and TeePublic is looking at your account, they're looking at like, this person isn't very creative. They're just using the same thing. It's actually the same words. It's just moving this around to the thing, right? So stay away from this. Remove them if you have too many of them. Pick one. Pick your favorite one, and usually pick the one that's on the dark t-shirt. So that would be my suggestion. Next one is does it match the product? Does it look like a t-shirt design? And here are a couple examples that I don't think look like a t-shirt design, right? He just put in the words. Again, he's still learning, so it's fine. But this doesn't look like a t-shirt design. This doesn't either. It just looks like words plus a graphic. Now you don't want to do that. You actually want to take time and design a t-shirt. Give yourself the best chance of making your sale, and design a t-shirt or a design that looks like a t-shirt if you're designing t-shirts. So here are some examples. Look, here's a t-shirt. I got this from Creative Market or Creative Fabrica. I didn't do this myself, but you can see this actually looks more like a t-shirt, right? Tall rectangle, easy to read. It's placed in a way that the person that designed it thought of making a t-shirt, right? This one doesn't look like a t-shirt. Again, this one right here, if you got a lot of text, you may need to, you know, be more creative with your lots of text and put it in a way that it looks more like a t-shirt. So 2 examples. I didn't do this, but just an example of what a t-shirt design looks like. Now go study what other t-shirt design looks like on the site and see. That's why you do your research, is to do that and kind of get familiar with what a t-shirt design looks like. Another thing is there an audience for it, right? Is it a major topic, or tags, pop culture? One of his designs just said world on it, and that's it. Like, you know, who is this for? Maybe travel, but it doesn't say travel the world. It just says world with a globe on it. So think about that. Like, would anybody wear a shirt that just says world? Why would they wear something that says that? It doesn't represent their country. It's just the world. Everybody's in the world, right? So it's very too broad on this one. Be more specific. And this right here, it's a cool graphic, but it's orange with a wave in it, and what does that mean? People don't get it right away what it means. They're not going to buy it. They don't connect with this. Why would they connect with this? Is this mean anything? Does it have any meaning behind it besides it's just being a wave with the orange? It doesn't look like it. So think about what you're designing. Make sure there's an audience for it that people actually want to buy, because if you're just putting things on there just to hope that someone's going to buy it, that's not a good strategy. Go look for the audience, design for the audience. Don't put something on there hoping that an audience will come and find it, because chances are there is no audience for this, and then that means you won't get any sales, right? Next thing, the checkbox. And again, this checkbox list will be in the description. I'll put it on my downloads page so you can look at it. But some other checkboxes on there was, does it stand out? Is it better than the competition? So there's so many designs about sunset. Again, this is super broad, right? It just says sunset 2024. How is that different? Why would somebody want to buy that, right? You got to think about that. So here's how other people are standing out with sunsets. You can see this sunset has a big wave. It's not just a vintage sunset. It has something. It has that Asian feel. This sunset, nobody is doing this wave coming down like this. Very original, very cool artwork. This sunset is a record that's melting into, or actually is like water right here, it's on the horizon, right? So very, very cool designs, and it makes them stand out from the rest because nobody's doing this kind of stuff, right? Doesn't mean that you should copy this. It means you should do something that nobody else is doing too. So that's why these are standing out, and they're cool. and they relate. Like people love music, people love good artwork, people love Asian things, Japanese things. So right, has an audience. All right, again, back to this one. This may be too broad. Maybe you want to go do something more specific, like Miami Beach instead of just Sunset 2024. Maybe it's a beach related thing to pop culture. Maybe it's funny. That's one way for it to stand out. So one way these people are standing out with their sunset, they're putting funny phrase. You can see here, pop culture right here, right? So that's one way for some other popular designs with the sunset is standing out. And here's some ways that you can, examples that I did. Instead of sunset, you could say, no one likes a shady beach. Some like really funny phrase. Or, maybe it's a popular beach, Venice Beach. Now there's people who like Venice Beach or travel there, might want to grab this shirt if it looks like Venice Beach. I would do more research and make it look more like Venice Beach instead of putting something very generic. But you can see, this has an audience. This has an audience because it's funny. This has an audience because of where it is. But this, just generic sunset, do you see people wearing a design that just says Sunset 2024? No, right? It's more specific. So hopefully that kind of helps with that checklist and how you can use that to create better designs. So there you go. Those are my tips and tricks for a TeePublic. The biggest one, of course, is getting your account from an apprentice account to an artisan account. And I have some downloads. I'll put it in the digital downloads page of my site. And hopefully, again, these are unofficial TeePublic artisan guide, but I think it can really help you improve your designs and do designs that TeePublic is looking for so that they will upscale or upgrade your account to the higher category, which is the artisan, which will make sure that you can see your designs in search, where is the apprentice account, you can't see your designs on search. So you want to really concentrate on good design. Good design really matters. And TeePublic is really cool too, because it is my second biggest print-on-demand site. I shared that in this video right here. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I'll put a link to TeePublic if you haven't started TeePublic yet. I think it's a really good one to start because it's free to start and so many other benefits. So now you have a guide on what to do. Hopefully this video is really helpful for you. Thanks again for watching. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.